Goosebumps is rated GB7 because it may be too spooky for Goosebumps fans under 7.
All right. Well, crazy part is this. Okay. Oh yeah, it's a Hello Goosebumps fans. So here's the crazy part: is what was in the special plankton to make the fish grow. Could we say, and you know where I'm going to go with this? Could we say it actually was a monster blood? I bet it could be a monster blood variant. I'm pretty sure. Because if we go with the idea that every bit of can of monster blood is cussed, then that means that Dr. Ritter could actually use monster blood and manipulate it, like I said that happened with Kermit over here, who created the monster blood that was used in Monster Blood for breakfast. I still believe he's a kingpin and he's a drug lord, and he needed subjects and guinea pigs, and he used the internet, and he's making his mom his peddler. So in case he does get arrested, his mom will be the one that takes the fall and gets arrested and sent to jail. But yeah, as for Dr. Ritter, I think he might have actually manipulated the plankton. If he manipulated the plankton using monster blood, even though it's like, yeah, but then how come the plankton themselves didn't actually turn big? Good question. That's why he has to manipulate the monster blood to the point of where it might actually just be a part of the plankton's genetics. So if you eat it, so they basically maybe is the plankton is monster blood itself. So we could even go crazy, but like, oh, maybe it actually is the real true blue monster blood here. The one that actually has them being, well, plankton instead of snails, and instead of growing meaner and duplicate. Yeah, I think meaner and duplicate. Well, if only you drink water. Yeah, just like, yeah, you see, that's the issue there. It's like, oh, well, oh, good Lord. But it's like, if you're able to take the monster blood and manipulate it and be able to actually instill it into the plankton without the plankton turning big, then chances are he's able to adapt it to the point of where he was able to put it in the plankton, but it only affects all fish life versus affecting humans and everything that it touches. So I think that could work. That's option A. Of course, option B is just that it's simple, it's special plankton, and it sucks that it's never actually thrown around anywhere in Goosebumps ever again. It should. It should definitely be used. And who knows, maybe it does. And Spongy will tell me down below that, yes, it was used somewhere, even in Choose Your Own Scare. But yeah, I wish the special plankton did have something that happened to it later. It'll be great. It'll be a great idea. Hey, what about this idea? It's like, yeah, just piggybacking what happened in the previous book, aka what was it? My Best Friend's Invisible. Yeah, that one. You think the Deep family survived? Because the Deep family is always in the sea. They're always in the sea. So does that mean that technically, if it did happen, the invasion happened this summer, that the Deep family is safe for now until they get to land? Actually, no, they're going to be safe, and then they're going to get captured, and then they're going to be sent into a zoo. So they could have they could still actually be alive. But on the other hand, oh, good Lord, man. Oh, good Lord. Oh, good Lord. Woo, hoo, hoo. Woo. But yeah, the special plankton, there's no clue what happened to that. Of course, I think just Dr. Ritter created it. And if so, it would have just been cool that it somehow had effect somewhere else. But of course, as we can figure, continuity and R.L. Stine does not mix. Not at all. I mean, let's look at Sheena. It's like Sheena actually met her kind of end in the end of this book. And it took a decade plus to see her return. And I guess if we're going to say it, which I believe this is like either universe A or universe C or universe A or universe C. Universe A is when the first and second book happened, and also you also have the third book happen. We also have another one where only one of the books happened. I forgot which one was it. I think it was like the first book happened, but the second book didn't happen. So it's like, yeah, just the first book happened and not the second book, which again, that means then why I'm talking about it, because is okay. Versus Sheena is a fish and she reverted back to her normal form. So that means that Dr. Deep had to go hard, had to work very, very hard to cure everyone. It's either that or it's basically they had Dr. Ritter, and Dr. Ritter's like, I can still talk. I will still be able to save the world. It's like, Dr. Ritter, listen, you're a fish. At any point, we can kill you. We could even eat you. So here's the option. Option A, you help us get a cure so we can cure all these fish and cure my niece. Or B, you die. You'll die a horrible death. And I take all credit for making a special plankton, or he'll make someone else take the credit for it. So that means Dr. Ritter has nothing at all. You know, just he doesn't get anything out of it all, and he just basically gets screwed over as if he's a scientist that did a breakthrough, and yet, oops, you don't get the credit. Yeah. So I think most likely Dr. Ritter might have actually have told them how to make the antidote. And if so, then that means all the fish are okay. Sheena's free. And, well, I think he can actually still do it. It's just that he needs to do what I told him, which is have them in their own aquarium and make them big. And then there you go. And now you have big fish that you can actually... But the only caveat in this is this. If eating the special plankton turns you into a fish, does that mean that the fish that has the plankton in them, if you eat that fish, since they still have the compound inside of them, will turn people into fish as well? We don't know. We don't know that part. Or does it actually the fish digest it, and then all of a sudden, since they digest it, it's gone. It's in their system. It's not going to affect any human or anyone who eats them. Anyways, I'm just going to leave it here. Have a scary day. Have a scary night.